Welcome to a Hump Day Wednesday on the show about food and fun places in the mayhem of life, and it's day 2 of January mayhem in our part of the world. Yesterday, we were freezing our butts off. Today, we're going to try and travel through what is set to be really probably our biggest snowstorm of the season so far, and not too terribly bad in the Brandon region, but the closer you get to Riding Mountain National Park and Dauphin could be a bad situation for us today. We'll go straight to the roads in just a second. Also, news this morning that families are shrinking in this country. The average family now has just one child. Oh, memories of the big families just came through the holidays. It's when families are kind of fun, aren't they? We'll talk a bit about that. Jimmy Kimmel goes off on Aaron Rodgers. Oh, boy. He tore him a new one on the show. We've got it for you. Strangest 911 calls of 2023 coming up. Why people call 911, you can only imagine.
I got a burger and it was cold. Can you send police over, please? As quickly as you can.
And a couple of scary videos involving the media around the world. One right here in this country, and we'll get to that in a second. First, let's get right outside before we do anything else. Let's take a look at our road situation. We do have a snowfall warning in effect for southwestern Manitoba. It is mainly north of Brandon, but we are expecting quite a bit of snow, especially up around the Riding Mountain National Park region. And this is how things are looking this morning. Russell, you can see there's, on the 16 cam there at Russell, you can see there's quite a bit of snow on the road there. There's a little bit of snow on 16 and 10, but that is a live look at our road cams this morning before you get going. Temperature-wise, a little bit better than yesterday. We're at minus 10 with the wind chill minus 25. Supposed to get 2 to 4 centimeters of snow today. And it's going to blow around quite a bit. So even though you might not see a lot of snow where you are, maybe it's just a little skiff, keep in mind that the winds are going to blow today. And that's going to cause some visibility problems for us. And winds are going to increase to 50 kilometers an hour by the time we get to tonight. And it will go through the night. And then tomorrow, pretty much done. And then smooth sailing into the weekend. But oh boy. Once this snow system moves in and things clear out, holy cow, we have got some cold weather on the other side of this snow. Now, the good news is the sun is back as things clear out, but you know what that means? The overnight hours are just going to be terrible, minus 35. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Today, it's about the roads. Today, it's about making sure you get to where you need to safely. and give yourself plenty of time to get to where you're going today. Going to take a look at the Manitoba 511 map here. I think it was Cindy who said that she actually had to turn around. She's up in the Dauphin region. She had some scary moments there on the road this morning. And let me just pull up our map here. Oh, this is nice and new. Look at this. All right. So close this, open this. Let's take a look. Look how nice and big this is. Okay, so here's how the situation looks this morning across our area. And you can see 10 through the park. Not good at all. Is this closed? It says caution. Both directions, no heavy truck traffic allowed through the park. Okay. But we're seeing a lot of yellow. And not so bad down around the U.S. border. So if you've got to travel south today, not too bad, but it is the Trans-Canada Highway and areas north you're going to see a lot of snow. And again, that'll continue for the day today and through the overnight tonight, and we'll wrap up, just taper off tomorrow. So there you go. There's a look at your highways this morning. Headed into Winnipeg. Not bad at all if you're headed east. There we go. So not too bad. There you go. Let's take a look at our air temperatures this morning. Here is what it's looking like across the continent before we say good morning to everybody and see who we've got in chat. And I'm just going to open my TikTok window here. And also, this is the wind chill. And see, again, temperature's not quite as bad as yesterday morning. But this wind chill map, that's the one we're going to be watching for. That red, yellow, and orange, not good. And it's moving in this direction. Could be very, very cold to end the week and into the weekend. But again, at least we'll see a little bit of sunshine. That's okay. 69 days to spring, guys. 69. It's the magic day. 69 days. 69 days till spring. 69 days till spring. 15 hours and 52 minutes. 69 days to springtime. I know you want it. I know you want springtime. It's coming fast. No, I'm lying to you, but we can pretend. Welcome aboard. Welcome, snowy wasteland. It's another day in the snowy wasteland, boys and girls. Yes, where nothing grows and nothing lives, but we treacher right through the snow. I hope you got your winter tires on and you're raring and ready to go. Good morning, boys and girls. Let's see who we've got in the neighborhood today. Who do we got in the neighborhood? Well, we had Revenition and Tasha in early this morning, and I think Lindy's been up all night, I think. Up all night. Oh, my gosh. And that makes her an early riser or an early arriver, I guess, to the show. Good morning to all three of you. Thanks for warming things up for us this morning. Doing the pregame as we get things going on a Hump Day Wednesday. Polar Bear joins in, and we also have, who else do we got here? Let me just scroll through some conversation here. Cheryl. Cheryl is here too. Good morning, Cheryl. Nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome aboard. And Misbehavin' is here too. And Cindy is here too. Good morning to you, Cindy. Nice to see you. And Quentin is here as well. And Zumba Bernice is here with a happy hump day. And who else do we have? Hammer on TikTok. Good morning, Hammer. So here's Cindy's comment on the drive to work. Started driving to work, lived 40 miles from Dauphin, passed 3 semis, couldn't see where the heck I was going, so I said, F it. And Cindy doesn't say F it a lot. She's been a Sunseeker since the start, since season 1. She's not the kind of F it person. And she came back home. Mother Nature is in a mood up here. So be careful. Debbie is here this morning on Facebook. Good morning, Debbie. And she says, happy hump day flip-flops. Just so you know I'm not shitting you here. It's a flip-flop city. I better put these back on. Flip-flop city. Yeah, you betcha it's flip-flops. Are you kidding me? Palm trees, sunshine, beach bunker, Shannon Johnson. On TikTok, good morning, Shannon. Welcome. Nice to see you on TikTok this morning. Getting at her. Please be careful on the roads. K-Naw Dog on TikTok is here, along with Debbie on Facebook. Cindy says, I was gone for 25 minutes and I couldn't see my tracks on my lane from when I left. Drifted already. Ooh, yeesh. Paul is here. Good morning, Paul. He says, we've got it coming. Sherry, thanks for the waving one of these. I see you, Sherry. Thanks for joining us. Please be careful on the roads today, especially with that wind later today, okay? Sherry on TikTok. Paul says that we had it coming. It is kind of true. We did have really nice weather before Christmas. So, all things equal, we'll have lots of beach time today. Sherry, I hope you can join us for some beach time over on Twitch. Coming up in about 45 minutes, we'll move over to Twitch, and that's where hour 2 of the show is. Love to have you. Nick Adams is here on Facebook. Good morning. Linda Horvath Johnson. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you. And we've got Derek here, too. Pasta sauce, if cooking for tonight's supper. He's already got the pasta sauce on the stove, ready to go. And Misbehaving is asking to have delivery brought over. Porky Jr.'s here, too. Good morning, Porky Jr. Good to see you. The Dark Web 10 is joining us from the Batcave. Good morning. Safe and sound in the Batcave. Good to see you. Oh, Uncle Bo. Have an amazing show, Tyler. Not looking forward to more snow, but we need it, says Sherry on TikTok. Yeah, that's a good point, Sherry. And something we should mention, and it's for our farming friends, really, that we need to have some snow, guys. Now, the cold can go and suck it. The snow we do need, because we need the moisture, because we like to eat. We like bread. We like our cows to eat so we can make delicious cheeseburgers. So snow helps with the cheeseburgers. Snow is not the enemy here. Wind and cold, those are the enemy. They must be eliminated. But snow is kind of nice. You can play in the snow a little bit. Right, Sherry? Cold could absolutely go away, she says on TikTok. Holy shit, we're on the map, says Misbehaving. Oh, that must have been when I was showing the road map. Uncle Bo, it's good to see you this morning. Up early. Oh, must be hitting the road. Please be careful. Be careful, guys. Borrowed Bean. RRSD buses are canceled. Thank you so much for that, Borrowed Bean. Appreciate it. Rolling River School Division buses are not running today. I would assume that kids will attend classes as per usual. That will likely be the only division that we will see not in school today, because I don't think it's quite as bad in the Brandon region, but I do appreciate the update. Southern Country Gal on TikTok, good morning to you. Laurie on Facebook, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Nice to see you. Who else do we have? People talking about the roads, making sure everybody is okay. Oh, Cindy says her husband is in shorts too, unless he has to go outside. He's doing it the Thai way. It's a fashion trend. Move over, Taylor Swift. Who's Taylor Swift? Setting fashion trends. I'm going to be at the Golden Globes next time. Look at this guy. What's he wearing? What the hell is this? He just came off the beach. He's getting sand all over our red carpet here at the awards show. Kick him out. What is he doing? Who invited him, and who is he? Ryan Marcus. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning, Christian on TikTok. Nice to see you. Good morning. Roger Plowman. Oh, if that is your real name on a day where we got a lot of snow. It reminds me of that Simpsons episode. Mr. Plow. Mr. Plow. Everyone loves Mr. Plow. Shirley, I know your name is not Shirley. You don't walk outside in this weather with flip-flops on. Hey, come on. It's all up here. It's all up. Of course I don't. I don't. But, not everybody's paying attention, Roger Plowman. And so some people are like, what? What's he doing? And, if I have to go outside. Now, thing is that, if we don't have a lot of snow and it's mild, I've been known to walk out in my sandals. And, I mean, that's just, as long as you got something on your feet, it's not like you're bare feeding it, right? Derek's working in pajamas today at home. Saw a guy at the Wheat Kings game last night wearing flip-flops, Nick says. Holy cow, and the Wheat Kings did win in overtime last night. David Knowles, good morning, and thanks for joining us on TikTok. Nice to see you, David. Molly is here as well. Good morning, my beautiful family. Oh, Molly's so lovely. James Thompson is here, too, on TikTok. Nice to see you. Have a great day, James. Be careful. Mr. Plow. Mr. Plow. Mavis is here too from Mendoza. It looks like you got more snow than we did. And again, Rolling River School Division buses are not running today. And schools are open as per usual. So keep that in mind. We got an update earlier this morning, and I'm just going to double check to see if there's any other schools that will not have buses running today. It looks like, as it stands right now, that is the only one. We'll keep you updated through the morning, and we appreciate you keeping us updated as we get you into the beach bunker here, okay? Let's do it. Let's get right to it. Welcome and good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Dawn, thank you for joining us, Dawn. On TikTok, have a great day. Be careful. So Jimmy Kimmel last night kind of ripped the new one. Aaron Rodgers, we told you about this story. Was this last week or early this week? What day are we on? Hump Day? It might have been Monday. May have been Friday. Aaron Rodgers goes on a podcast, and he's talking about Jeffrey Epstein. And he says, oh, everything will come out. All the stuff will come out. And Jimmy Kimmel will have a lot to answer to, insinuating that Jimmy Kimmel had some direct contact with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the backstory to this is that Jimmy Kimmel's personal chef, Jimmy Kimmel's friend, one of his really good friends, somebody he spends the holidays with, is Jeffrey Epstein's personal chef, or at least he was. So it's being insinuated that since the chef had to cook for this creepo scumbag, there would have been some information that had flown to Jimmy Kimmel, and there's absolutely no way to know if that did or did not happen. But I think that's what Aaron Rodgers was, trying to convey in the podcast, and it really obviously angered Jimmy Kimmel, took to the show, and basically this is what he had to say.
Guys, did you hear this story about me and Aaron Rodgers, the former quarterback for the Packers? All right, so what happened is he's a Jets quarterback now. He went on a show on ESPN, the Pat McAfee show, and out of the blue insinuated that I was nervous because the Jeffrey Epstein list was coming out. He said I was hoping it wouldn't and that he was going to pop a bottle of something to celebrate when he did. And then it did come out. And, of course, my name wasn't on it and isn't on it and won't ever be on. I don't know Jeffrey Epstein. I've never met Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not on a list. I was not on a plane.
And technically, I believe him. And technically, he's probably right.
I mean, make false and very damaging statements like that we should do it in court so he could share his proof with like a judge. Because, when you hear a guy who won a Super Bowl and did all the State Farm commercials say something like this, a lot of people believe it. A lot of delusional people honestly believe I am meeting up with Tom Hanks and Oprah at Shakey's once a week to eat pizza and drink the blood of children. And I know this.
Well, this is kind of the world we live in now, right?
Hears from them. My kids hear from them. My poor mailman hears from these people. And now we're hearing from lots more of them thanks to Aaron Rodgers, who I guess believes one of two things. Either he actually believes my name was going to be on Epstein's list, which is insane, or the more likely scenario is he doesn't actually believe that. He just said it because he's mad at me for making fun of his top knot and his lies about being vaccinated. He's particularly upset, I think, because I made fun of the fact that he floated this wacko idea that the UFO sightings that were in the news in February were being reported to distract us from the Epstein list. That was Aaron's theory that he shared, and I mocked. Well, let me show you the moment that so badly bruised Aaron's Thanksgiving Day parade-sized ego. Needless to say, all this UFO talk has the tinfoil hatters going wild, including Green Bay whackpacker Aaron Rodgers, who offered this hot take on the Pat McAfee show.
I believe that this has been going on for a long time. Interesting timing on everything. There's a lot of other things.
He's a bit of a conspiracy theorist. Oh, yeah.
About the Epstein client list about to be released, too.
What's that? What are you talking about?
there's some files that have some names on it that might be getting released pretty soon.
Secrets.
Might be time to revisit that concussion protocol, Aaron. So he saw that, and maybe to retaliate, he decided to insinuate that I am a pedophile. This is how these nuts do it now. You don't like Trump? You're a pedophile. It's their go-to move. And it shows you how much they actually care about pedophilia. But here's the thing. I spent years doing sports. I've seen guys like him before. Aaron Rodgers has a very high opinion of himself because he had success on the football field. He believes himself to be an extraordinary being. He genuinely thinks that because God gave him the ability to throw a ball, he's smarter than everyone else. The idea that his brain is just average is unfathomable to him. We learned during COVID, somehow he knows more about science than scientists.
No, misbehaving. He's making fun of him because he didn't get vaccinated.
A football scholarship and didn't graduate. Someone who never spent a minute studying the human body is an expert in the field of immunology. He just put on a magic helmet.
The point I'm trying to make is that, he just goes on and on and on. And I mean, he's got the platform to do it. So he continues to go on and continues to take Aaron Rodgers over the coals. And I guess, that's his prerogative. It's his show. It's his airtime. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. But I think that what has been lost in our society is nuance. Of course, he didn't know Jeffrey Epstein directly, and I believe him. But there is a nuance there where there's a connection there. Why doesn't he address that head on? It could clear a lot of things up. You know what I'm saying? Like there, all these nuances going back. And then it's total misinformation from everybody. Anyway. The war is on. I hope that he gets Aaron Rodgers on his show, and that would be the most tuned-in primetime television event, I think, ever, if he could get him on the show. But, yeah. Quentin says, I can respect Jimmy for calling out bullshit. Yeah, and he should. I think that anybody that was falsely accused likely would do the same thing. I just think that people need to be honest. Why would he say such a thing? Or call him on the show. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel has the resources to say, okay, you want to say that? Get on the show. Come here. Come on my show. Or do a video call and say, hey, we got Aaron Rodgers on here. What the hell is wrong with you? I have kids. What is wrong with you? And then he could say, well, what about the chef and stuff like that? And then he could say, well, we never talked about anything like that. And then we'd have to kind of judge. But we'll see where it goes. See what happens. Rolling River School Division bus is not running today. Just a quick reminder about that because we do have a heavy snowfall warning in effect. Something to keep in mind as you go about your day today. So, again, that is Rolling River School Division buses. If you're just popping in to join the show, Rolling River School Division buses not running today. Schools are open. It's Web Wednesday. Sunrise Credit Union, sponsors of the Tyler Glenn Show. Take a look at this. They're hiring, looking for a payroll clerk. Follow them on Facebook. Sunrise Credit Union. Look at these friendly faces. Excuse me. 19 locations across southern Manitoba to serve you at Sunrise Credit Union. And the future looks bright. They got a new app and website launching later this month, so be on the lookout for it. Also, RRSP deadline is coming up for this past year, 2023, at the end of February, so keep Sunrise Credit Union in mind if you're looking for an RRSP for last year or to top it up. And Sunrise Credit Union is looking for possibly some new boards of directors, some new members of the board. They're doing their elections in January 29th. For details, visit sunrisecu.mb.ca. Thank you, Sunrise Credit Union, for being sponsors on the Tyler Glenn Show. And to our friends at Auto Fashion on this Web Wednesday. Over at Auto Fashion, you're going to find all kinds of social cred about the job that they do. Take a look at this. Just some beautiful interior work. It's not just detailing. It is fine auto finishing at Auto Fashion. They do such an amazing job. Look at, you could eat off that floor. Not that you'd want to eat off your car floor, but it's been known to happen where you're going through the drive-thru and some French fries slide out of the container and then all of a sudden they're on the floor. And then you go, oh, geez, I got French fries on the floor. Should I eat them? Could you eat those French fries off your car floor right now? Probably not. I have one car where, yes, I could. Remarkably, that's the one that was cleaned by Auto Fashion, and the one that was cleaned by yours truly, I would probably be having to sacrifice that French fry. I would be. Goodbye. Goodbye, little French fry. I'm sorry I had to say goodbye. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Auto Fashion. You will find them very close to Lady of the Lake. You'll find them very close to Best Buy in that area there behind Lee's Buffet. Auto Fashion. And they are MPI accredited for paintless dent repair if you've got any kind of hail damage or anything like that. This is what you want to do. You want to give these guys a follow right here. Auto Fashion at 255 17th Street North. Thank you for being sponsors. Okay, some scary video now. So caution, caution, caution. This is scary stuff before we get to our first beach break. Or do I have time? No, we'll do the beach break first. And then I got to share some scary stuff from yesterday. And we have been talking an awful lot about the door being open at the on the Alaskan Airlines flight. The Alaskan Airlines flight door that flew off, and they have grounded a whole bunch of Boeing aircraft to make sure that the bolts hold properly. And then we have this happen. Somebody actually opened the door on purpose on an Air Canada flight. He opened the cabin door and fell out of the airplane. I'm not making this up. Like, what is it with the plane doors right now? Can we just back off? Can we back off and sit in our seat, put your seatbelt on, buckle up, shut up, and enjoy your flight? What is going on here? So this guy decides, maybe I don't want to take this flight. It was an Air Canada flight from Toronto to Dubai. He opened the cabin door and fell to the tarmac before takeoff Monday evening, injuring himself. And, well, of course, that caused all kinds of delays. The plane, a Boeing 777, was sitting at the tarmac at Pearson, preparing for takeoff, when all of a sudden, pop, door opens, where they're like, the crew is like, holy shit, is this like the Alaskan Airlines? What's going on? And then all of a sudden, they see this guy falling out of the airplane. And if you've been on a plane, you know that's high up. That is not a short fall. They just see a body, off it goes, and they're like, oh my God, what is happening here? Air Canada confirmed to Global News that during the boarding of the flight, the passenger who'd boarded the aircraft normally opened the door and jumped out. As a result, the passenger sustained injuries falling to the tarmac. Emergency services were called, and Air Canada says the flight, which was scheduled to carry 319 passengers, was delayed and departed later with 318 passengers. It was scheduled to have 319. We were down one because one guy decided to buzz off. What was interesting, though, is his cell phone was in his pocket, and his cell phone screen cracked on the fall of 20 feet. The Alaskan Airlines phones, they did not, at 16,000 feet. We need Mythbusters to investigate this. I have no idea if his phone broke. I just full of it. I'm just making stuff up now. But you know what this did? This caused a 6-hour delay for these poor people on the plane. Can you imagine? I'd be so pissed. Oh, especially if you're trying to catch a connector to a warm vacation somewhere and you're like, what is wrong with you? What are you doing? Miss Bateman says, start a GoFundMe. They need to start a GoFundMe for him. Someone probably will. He did not want to go back to Dubai. Isn't Dubai a great place? I don't know. Molly says, God, people are dumb. Hard not to laugh, but we will. Well, and just shake our head. It's hard. My head is getting sore of just doing this. Anyway, so another door has been opened, but this one was done on purpose. At least you are aware of that. It was done on purpose. No accident there. Okay, let's take our first beach break of the morning and check out a live shot of the University of Tampa. We're going to Florida this morning as we start a Hump Day Wednesday. Oh, here comes the sun. Isn't that a beautiful shot? Good morning, Tampa, Florida. And we'll be back in just a second with more food and fun places and the mayhem of life. Certainly not as tropical in this part of the world. We'll update your roads and school closures coming up in a second. Good morning. It is a fresh morning in Tampa. That is a live shot of the University of Florida, Tampa, and it is plus 15 degrees as people are going about their business. And I don't think there's any snowfall warnings for Tampa this morning. Look, can I see any snow there? I think it looks okay. I think I see a few palm trees. Oh my God. Why are we here? Why are we here? Oh, I hate flipping the screen over, but it has to be done. Rolling River School Division, again, there is no school for those who take the buses. Oh, Rhonda, Rhonda's in Florida, yes. Hopefully, did you have a storm down there? There was like some severe, it had been cloudy and a little bit rainy lately, but this shot of Tampa looks nice and clear. Looks like you're going to have some good weather. Good morning, Rhonda in Florida. Marco Island. How close are you to Tampa? Marco Island. Oh, that looks nice. Big beach area. Okay, zooming out. Fort Myers. You're close to Fort Myers. Naples. Tampa's a little bit north, so you'll be warmer than 15. You're between Tampa and Key West. Good morning. Have a great day. Be safe. You're missing some horrible weather up here. We've got a snowfall warning. Rolling River School Division buses are not running. If you take a look at the radar here, top left corner of your screen, you can see the blue. That's bringing the snow with it, the heaviest part of the snow. And again, that is really kind of wafting towards the Clear Lake region, Dauphin, Rossburn, Russell, Parkland region. To the south, not quite as bad, although we will see some of that snow develop. And even though there's not going to be a ton of snow for the Brandon region, what we're watching is wind. The wind is what's going to be cause for concern. And that snowfall warning is still in effect for areas north of the Trans-Canada Highway this morning. So give yourself extra time to get to where you're going today. Take a look at the air temperature map this morning, and there's our look at Florida. Oh, she's got a little green towards the north and some blue in Alabama there, and Texas. Arizona's a little bit cool this morning, but the coolest, of course, is us at the top of the map. All that pink and purple and coldness. Good morning, Karen. Nice to see you. And Kate on 78 is trying to stay warm. Good morning. 69 days till spring. Here's our wind chill map. There we go. Okay, I got some scary videos coming up, okay? So viewer discretion is advised, some scary stuff. Food, fun places, mayhem of life. We always like to try and keep you in the loop on all things happening. When you are able to catch a good part of this show, we like to think that we keep you in the loop on stuff. Chances are you saw this yesterday, potentially. This is in Ecuador. Now, Ecuador is southwest of Colombia. It is definitely a faraway land. So that is something I want you to keep in mind. But there are concerns that there's a lot of people from Ecuador that are coming up into Colombia, then over to Panama, and then Guatemala, and then into Mexico, and then into the United States. But they have got some serious, serious problems going on there. And this happened yesterday. In the middle of a TV broadcast, some gunmen just like burst open the door and started holding people at gunpoint. These are TV personalities. There is a ton of civil unrest happening in Ecuador right now. Now, coincidentally, after the staff were forced onto the floor at gunpoint, they had machetes too, police were able to subdue these people, and they arrested them all. So all these douchebags are now in jail. But the reason I share it with you is because in Ecuador, they have never quite recovered from COVID-19 economically. There is a lot of economic instability, super high inflation, and people are really, really upset. There is a lot of crime, and the Mexican cartels have kind of moved in to Ecuador and have supplied people with money to sell drugs and move drugs around. And so because the economy is suffering, people are getting into crime, and the whole country is kind of falling apart. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. I'll tell you, there is a lot of really disturbing stuff out there. Please, I think of kids when I'm seeing disturbing videos pop up on X or other social media feeds, and some of the stuff coming out of Ecuador is really off the charts. It is very, very disturbing stuff. So there is a lot of strife in Ecuador, and I always am super concerned when they're able to break into secure locations like a local media outlet. Now, closer to home, this was in the news yesterday, and rather shocking, because we don't talk a lot of politics on the show, and we're not going to start now. But I think you know who Chrystia Freeland is. She's the Deputy Prime Minister. If you don't know, there's an online news organization called Rebel News. They're kind of like the Fox News of Canada. They're in your face a lot too. Well, I mean, if you know what Fox News is in the States, you know what Rebel News is in Canada. Anyway, this guy, a reporter from their news organization, tries to approach Chrystia Freeland. Here she is, obviously not in Manitoba because there's no snow. And he tries to approach her, and what normally happens is when a microphone gets stuck in your face, you're supposed to say no comment, or sorry, I don't have any information on that. I'll answer it later. And if you get too close to these high-profile politicians, I mean, she is the Deputy Prime Minister and she is the Finance Minister. If you get too close to these politicians, RCMP can get between you and the politician, which is the way it should be. You don't want to get up into people's faces. And that's not the problem in this video. The problem is, well, I'll play it for you. You can judge for yourself. So he's going to ask her some important questions, and RCMP kind of get in the way. Here, have a look at this. We'll get some.
The IRGC is not a terrorist group. Why is your government supporting Islamo-Nazis? What? Excuse me. What are you doing?
Okay, to get in the way.
Arrest for assault. What, sir?
Whoa.
You're under arrest for assault. You're under arrest for assault. Police, you're under arrest for assault. How am I under arrest? You bumped into me. You pushed into me. I was just scrubbing. I got my credentials here, and you just bumped into me. So excuse
Police, you're under arrest.
What is your name in your badge? What is your name in your badge?
Whoa. And so I'm thinking to myself, what is going on in this country? I like to make fun of Canada tongue-in-cheek, and I like to call us like the North Korea of North America as a joke. As a joke. This is not good. I don't care who okay, so let's watch this again in case you missed it. He's pretty close in here. I can understand RCMP are going to get in there and wedge themselves between this reporter. I don't even know his name. I don't care. He's a reporter asking a question. RCMP should say, "Excuse me, back off, give her some space." You can't get this close to Joe Biden or even a senator in the United States. So it's okay. Get them in there. Make sure that the politicians have their personal space. But the assistant here in this hat right here, she knows this is coming. And in high school basketball, my coach used to say, hey, run a pick play. Do you know the pick play? And that's what they're running here. They knew it. They could see him. Look at Christius. Look at her face. Oh, yeah. You don't know what's coming. You're going to be picked, mister. We're going to pick you off. So here she comes. She moves out of the way, and look at where her eyes are looking, at the cops. So again, the RCMP should have wedged themselves in between the reporter and the politician. That did not happen. He kind of lightly body checked him a little bit here. See? Bumped him, and then she beelines in the other direction. And then bump.
For assault. Why are you pushing me? You're under arrest for assault.
And then look at this guy's eyes. Oh. You're under arrest for assault. You assaulted me. Now, assault is a serious thing. I don't think anybody should go around assaulting anybody. I'm not condoning assault, but I don't know. You be the judge of that. He is a reporter trying to ask questions, and it obviously did not go well, and he was arrested. He was taken away.
You're under arrest.
What is your name and your badge? What is your name and your badge? You've been told you're under arrest. Why am I under arrest? He blocked my way. What? I was just scrumming Christian Freeland.
I'm a police officer. You're under arrest.
What is your name and your badge?
Assaulting a police officer.
Oh, I'd be lawyering up so damn fast. Oh, my God. I would be lawyering up so fast.
You mean I was asking questions?
I think that this guy, whoever this reporter is, congratulations, your retirement is set. You are going to sue the RCMP. You're going to sue the government. You're going to sue whoever else is on the sidewalk. Because as far as I'm concerned, this guy is just trying to answer questions. And if the police want to make sure that there's some space for the politicians, it seems reasonable in a democracy. Arresting journalists is not reasonable in a democracy. Arresting journalists? This is where we are? Here's where we are, guys. Arresting journalists. Now, people, then you've got the mainstream media people go, well, he's not a real journalist. Okay. All right. Well, he is somebody that had news credentials. He is somebody that is known in the media circles and is known by name of the politicians. The thing is that unless it fits in the little box that the government sets, then you're not a real journalist. I think that's bunk, really. Someone got out of hand here. And what's it? Cop on a mission. Derek says, WTF. What the is going on when they're doing something like that? It's awful. And then handcuffed. Oh my God. I would so sue. And they're not telling him. He's saying, why am I being arrested? Why am I being arrested? And no answer. Well, you're being arrested because you asked some questions of the Trudeau Gestapo, or whatever do they call that? Uncle Bo says he's lucky he didn't get laid out. Well, with cameras rolling? So apparently this morning he is suing the York Regional Police. He is suing the RCMP. He's suing Chrystia Freeland personally So I thought I'd throw this in. Again, not a political show, but I do get a little pissed off when the government acts crazy. And the government is acting crazy. Whoever is responsible for this is acting irresponsibly. Road Reverend says the cop is going to be facing a lawsuit. No uniform, didn't wedge, just shouldered the reporter so he could do this. Well, and I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt here. Because we just were talking about Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel. There's crazy people out there, okay? There is crazies. And we want to make sure that the politicians are safe. I dislike immensely most politicians. Immense. You have no idea how much I dislike politicians. But they deserve to be safe. Now, if they get screamed at, that's up to them. If they get yelled questions, hey, you know what? It's words, but their personal physical safety is important. That being said, Yellow Jacket says, what is the country coming to? Paul says, I'm not a fan of Rebel, but that's a little extreme. Well, and I'm sorry. Let's put the shoe on the other foot. Let's pretend it was Prime Minister Pierre Poilievre and it was the CBC treated like this. I'd be just as pissed. And I don't like the CBC. Pierre Poilievre, yeah, whatever. He's probably going to win. Could take it or leave it, quite honestly. But at the end of the day, a free country has to have free media. So even though I dislike the CBC, if he did that to anybody at the CBC, I'd be pissed. Derek says it's China-Distan. I can't even pronounce it. Welcome to China-Distan. Start the GoFundMe page. Well, I think they've got something going already. They've got some kind of fundraiser going because it's Ezra Levant. He runs Rebel News. He is the guy who had like the Fox News of Canada at one time called Sun News, and he started this organization. But again, I mean, whether you're right wing or left wing or whatever, it doesn't matter to me. If this guy was part of a media outlet that wanted to see now, please help me. We're going to sue standwithdavid.com. Again, I don't know anything about that website. That's just embedded in the video. So whether you go there or not is totally up to you. I just had to show you that had happened in our country. That a news person got arrested, totally unacceptable. Totally. Porky Jr. says, I actually use that cops move on people in Costco. Oh, it's a Costco move? And then the barbecue lady passes behind. Do you do that when ribs are on sale? When ribs are on sale at Costco, Porky Jr. says, the old shoulder move, pick, play. You know, that could be useful in a variety of circumstances. If you see the pink tumbler, if all of a sudden you see this mountain of pink tumblers that everybody's fighting for, that's what you do. You do the pick play. That's exactly, so in case you missed it, again, what you want to do is just a little bit of a shoulder into the person who is going to be going for the orange tumbler, and then you just, so here you go. You got one of your family members doing the old elbow there, and there you go. You be Christian Freeland, off to get the pink tumblers. Oh, yeah, and there goes the other customer, and then the other family member. But you could get sued. And then you could get a pink tumbler. Stanley Cups for everyone. Stanley Cups for everyone. Misbehaving wants to know, were there penises involved? Well, I don't know. It's kind of a weird question. But Misbehaving says if penises are not involved, she is not interested. All right. So we'll move on. Molly says, what's going on with Canada and America? Yeah, what's going on with Canada? Well, you got Mr. Trump down there, too. You got some stuff going on there, too. But anyway. Food, fun, mayhem of life. Let's head to the beach. All right, yeah, let's lighten it up here a little bit. I'm sure I can find some X-rated content to make Misbehaving happy here. Hang on a second. I'll go searching. All right, what are we going to... Here's what we'll do. This is much more acceptable. A woman showing off her unusual talent. This will get Misbehaving all happy. Woman shows off her unusual talent. Nose whistling a tune at 44 decibels. A woman in Canada discovered a special talent when she was 7 years old. She can whistle through her nose. And this is pretty remarkable. Let's see. She holds the Guinness Book of World Record for nose whistling. Look at this. Oh, man. And she's from Canada. I bet you she can whistle the Beachcombers theme. That's pretty amazing. Can you hear her? Wow. I love it. She is amazing. She is amazing. An amazing nose whistler. Just think, we could use her at hockey games. She could be a referee and wouldn't need a whistle. That's pretty cool. You know, if you were her boyfriend, it would be very interesting to it would be if you were with her at a certain time as you know, a misbehaving moment. A misbehaving moment, it could be like, hey, why does the referee keep blowing the whistle while we're trying to get busy here? We're trying to hook up with tweet, tweet, tweet. However, at the beginning of an intimate session, she could whistle really loud, like it was like the prince's horns. Yes, it is time for the master love maker to enter the room. Thank you so much for blowing your whistle, blowing your horn. Thank you so much. And there's Misbehaving. There she is. There it is. BJ whistling. Talk about multitasking. I'm not sure what that means, but if you'd like to know, just contact Misbehaving directly. She is the she would know. Apparently, she would know. So, anyway, she's Canadian. So, go into hiding. Go into hiding, because as soon as the government finds out that you can whistle, they're going to arrest you. The RCMP are going to show up, and they're going to rough you up, and they're going to throw you against a bus bench, and they're going to put you in jail for no reason. Shh. Be very careful. We should all be very careful. That goes for Misbehaving too. They're coming. They're coming. I'll show you where she is. They're coming. Okay. What else? He's a brainiac, I know. This, a Brampton man, 25 years old, charged with impaired driving after he got charged with cracking open a beer while driving to celebrate his new driver's license. The 25-year-old has been accused of going 50 kilometers above the limit, weaving in and out of traffic, heading home from Orangeville Driving Test Center. Look at that. I got my driver's license. Woo! I finally got it back. How do you celebrate getting your driver's license back? Let's crack open a beer. Sounds like something somebody in Misbehaving's area of the world might do. He had his license for 20 minutes. According to police, the guy had just taken and passed his G2. In celebration, the driver cracked a beer and decided to drive back to Brampton on Highway 10. As the driver headed south, he flew past an unmarked police car. And the rest, as they say, is history. Police are claiming to have found open alcohol in the vehicle and said the driver registered a blood alcohol level above 0. Well, that's because he just was celebrating. I got a license. Let's crack a beer, have a party. And what song is playing on the radio as he's going? That's what I would like to know. Because, I mean, this guy is all about bad choices. So he gets behind the wheel. He's celebrating. I got my driver's license. And he pops in or presses play on his playlist, and the first song to play is what? I think it's the Dukes of Hazzard theme. It's just a good old boys. I'll never mean no harm. Yeah, I got my driver's license. Woo! Yeah, probably Taylor Swift. Probably some Taylor Swift, and because Taylor Swift goes with everything. Quentin says, Chumbawamba, I get knocked down, and I get up again. Road Reverend says 99 bottles of beer, and he gets to 96, and woo, woo, woo. Or, you know what should he probably, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. So, yeah, if you get your driver's license back, probably, we're not against celebrating. Celebrating is okay. You may just want to get home before you crack open your beer. Probably the safest thing to do. And before we get to a beach break, back to airplanes for a second. The Alaska Air topic still being bantered about. And, of course, we told you about the Air Canada flight where the guy opened the door on purpose. But there's all kinds of content online this morning talking about keeping your seatbelt fastened and the importance of that. And we talked about that as soon as the door on the Alaskan Airlines flight went flying off. We say, it's probably a good idea that you should have your seatbelt on most of the time you're on an airplane. Of course, unless you're getting up to use the washroom or something like that. But your seatbelt should be on most times. And they say seatbelts saved a lot of lives because a lot of people had them on when that door fell off. But there is one time on an airplane you should not have your seatbelt on. There is one time that it's important that you keep your seatbelt off, actually. And that is when the plane is refueling. The one time not to wear a seatbelt, if an aircraft is being fueled while passengers are on board, the seatbelt sign lights will be turned off. You'll notice that. And you should not have your seatbelt fastened if fuel is going into the airplane. If an incident was to occur during the fueling process, that is where a speedy evacuation is of the utmost importance. I mean, you can smell it. There's a little jet fuel. Jet fuel is, don't have to elaborate on that. Anyway, speedy evacuation will not be helped by passengers who are fiddling with their seatbelts. Plus, they don't want people fiddling with their seatbelts while the refueling is going on. Sparks could occur, so just leave your seatbelt alone if they're gassing up the plane. But as soon as they, put the cap back on and they can collect their Canadian Tire money on the fuel, as soon as they are done fueling the plane and the windshields have been squeegeed and they have given their credit card to pay the gas master before they take off, then you're okay to put your seatbelt back on. Now you know. The things you know. The things you know. All right. Okay, families are shrinking. Holy cow. The average family now is just one kid in this country and falling fast. They're saying by the end of the decade, it'll be very, very close to zero. In 1950, the average Canadian family had 4. How big is your family? How big have you seen families? Getting towards zero, who's going to pay for everything? What are we doing? We need misbehaving to be the minister of reproduction. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the minister of reproduction, misbehaving. She'll make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. We'll get those numbers up. So does Misbehaving became the Minister of Reproduction? Everyone's got 12 kids. It's unbelievable. What was she able to do? Well, she's got away. All right, beach break. Back with more in just a bit. We'll update your roads and any additional school closures for you this morning as we get you going on a hump day. And there's your live shot of Tampa Bay, Florida for a Wednesday hump day. Happy hump day to you. Not the same type of look, a little closer to home. No, we have got some nasty conditions. We've got a snowfall warning in effect for southwestern Manitoba, mainly up around the parkland. We expect, what are they saying, 10 to 20 centimeters of snow could be coming for us today. So road conditions, not all that great. The Rolling River School Division has canceled their buses for today. And so far, that's the only division we're hearing from. And I'm rather surprised that we didn't hear from Dauphin. I'm not seeing any information regarding the Dauphin schools and their buses. So Rolling River seems to be in a league all their own so far this morning. Oh, you see, someone like Robin comes in and thinks, well, no, they're just off on a tear. You know, when the weather gets bad, they just get all crazy. They get all misbehaving, takes them to the sex shop. That's why she's got that name, Misbehaving 69. You know what? If there could be devil horns that come out of the number 69, you know, that would probably be the most appropriate. Panama City got hammered yesterday with tornadoes and flooding. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Seen that on the news. And governor was taken off the campaign trail, issued a state of emergency, Dauphin buses are not running. Thank you, Cindy. Here we go. So Dauphin buses aren't running, and Rolling River School Division buses not running today. Just going to check Facebook here real quick to see if I've got an update on any others before we have to say goodbye. So frustrating. First snowfall. Let's cancel buses, says Judy. Well, yeah, I don't know. Aside from what I'm looking at on the roads, is it really that bad? Cindy said it is that bad, though. But Judy is closer to Menadosa. Cheryl is saying all schools are still open. This is ensuring safety for all students. Our roads are not great already and are getting worse. I'm grateful that we have a division that does tries to plan ahead. For anyone who has to travel for work, and most people do, please drive with care and caution and stay safe. Good advice. And misbehaving is right. People complain if they close the schools. They complain if they don't. I mean, it's a social media world. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody thinks that they're the weatherman and the administrators of the school and politicians. I still don't think you should be arresting reporters. Someone could break into this beach bunker and take me out. Would you be happy about that? Park West buses are not running. Okay. I'm just going to update. Excuse me just for a second here. Why don't I give you some beach time? I got to update my Facebook here. Make sure everybody is in the loop. So I'm going to give you some beach time here. Hang on a second, and then I got to update my Facebook. This is 4K beach day type of stuff, so prepare for the sights and sounds of some gorgeousness. The stuff that you wish you were at. Let's have a look. Yeah, like this. Oh, here we go. 4K beach day, 4K beach day. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Just going to update the Facebook with this school information. Thank you, Cheryl. Well, Paul's going to have to pee. It's terrible every time I play this now. I'm thinking of Paul and his bladder issues. It is a wonderful beach. What's the school division in Mountain View? Thank you. Cindy could read my mind. Thank you, Cindy. Park West and Mountain View. Okay. Good. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience, Sun Seekers. Oh, no. We've lost Porky, too. As long as you guys are using different bathrooms, that's all that matters. Porky Jr. and Paul are off. There. I think the beach bunker's underwater right here. We're a little under the water. Mama Sunday says, just cooling my feet in the water. Watch for Crocs. And not the shoes. Chompity chompity. Some nice, tender. I got a tender Canadian over here. Let's go get her. And Cindy says, please don't pee in the water. Super important. All right. Thank you for your patience. We've got everybody updated. So Park West, thank you, Cindy. Mountain View, no buses. And Rolling River School Division. So be careful on the roads. It could be a little bit on the tricky side wherever you're headed today. Hey, Leon's Furniture Superstore is got their Boxing Week clearance sale on now. It is Web Wednesday. I want to show you this because we've been talking about it all week. And you can take 2 years to pay, other than the taxes and fees, 2 years to pay. Take a look at these special offers. I've been telling you about the 50% off. There's that mattress there, $499, the Maya Plush Queen mattress. The 4K HDR Smart TV. Oh, wouldn't the Tyler Glenn show look good on that baby? $799. The L2 top load washer and dryer set right here. I'm going to move that up. $11.96. And the list goes on. Up to 50% off select bedroom furniture. Save up to $800 on select dining sets. And a whole lot more. Check it out at leons.ca before you even leave your house. And then go as fast as you can to Leon's Furniture Superstore at 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon's West End, okay? And Co-ops of Westman, thank you so much for those chips yesterday. They were popular. Oh, man, everyone wants kettle-cooked chips. Of course they do. And here we are yesterday trying these chips. There's the pictures of the black pepper and balsamic vinegar chips. Oh, man. Good stuff at Co-ops of Westman. And one of the things I wanted to show you is that Co-ops of Westman going to be part of this year's Ag Days, which is a big deal in these parts. This is Barry Cooper. And Barry is one of the managers over at the Heritage Co-op. This is the one that's closest to me, closest to the beach bunker. Here he is.
My name is Barry Cooper with Heritage Co-op.
He is a movie star. Barry is a movie star. Look at him here. This is an Academy Award-winning performance. Here's Barry.
We're really excited to be part of Ag Days, January 16th to 18th, 2024. I'd like to personally invite you to be part of the kickoff breakfast on January the 16th at 7 a.m. in the Dome Building in Brandon. It's a great way to kick off the event and support Ag in the Classroom Manitoba. We'll see you in Brandon on January 16th to 18th for Manitoba Ag Days, where the ag year begins.
Nice. Look, did you see all those cars? That is insane. Look at the cars. I mean, they come from all over the place for Ag Days. It is a crazy amount of people who come to Ag Days. Let me pull this back up here. Holy man. You can't find parking. This is where our junior hockey team plays. It's called the Keystone Center. And there is not a spot to be had. It is the reason we are here. In the Arctic tundra of the middle of Canada is because of agriculture. We're supposed to be growing bread, raising cheeseburgers, and bacon. That is our reason for existence. And because we are the world's food factory, that is why we're here. And we got lots of space, lots of cold Arctic tundra. In the winter, we keep all the cows and piggies warm. Our cheeseburgers and bacon, we keep it all warm. But, yeah, so January 16th to 18th, Manitoba Ag Days, and Co-ops of Westman. Obviously excited to be part of that. Barry did a good job in that. He get an Academy Award. Look out. Golden Globes, here we come. Good morning, Brenda Gerard. And Cindy says bacon. Yum. Everybody loves bacon. Everybody loves bacon. Speaking of bacon, oh, check this out. Stir bacon grease for a flavor-packed ramen experience. All those instant noodles that we talk about all the time. Take some bacon grease, put it in with the Oh, yeah. That is going to be some good stuff. Of course, the internet is always looking for ways to elevate ramen noodles because ramen or Ichiban or what are the other names for those noodles? They're the instant noodles in the package that come with the little soup packet, the salt packet. It's so delicious and good. And it's because ramen noodles or Ichiban or whatever you'd like to call them, they are incredibly affordable. And because they're affordable we're living in this time where, inflation is a big deal, people are looking for ways to elevate their ramen noodles. So try the bacon grease. Give that a try. Mr. Noodles is another name for them, yes. Mr. Noodles. Have you tried the ramen from the States? I have. I've tried the ramen and the Mr. Noodles and all of it from all over the place, and it is good. Good stuff. Good indeed. I do like it. Okay, next up on the show. So try a little bit of bacon grease in with the ramen noodles. That'll help to elevate it just a little bit. So strange calls from 911. This is rather interesting. The 10 strangest 911 calls to the Saskatchewan RCMP received in 2023. We're going to go over these, but first, I forgot, we are on all platforms, and we have to say farewell to our friends on TikTok. Oh, Keegan, I'm so sorry. Take care. Thank you for being here. We have to say goodbye. We're moving over to Twitch for hour 2. You got a little bit of bonus time. Please be safe on the highways, you guys, okay? Please be safe. Snowfall warning in effect. Please be careful. Be safe. And we'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of the show. Hang in there, guys. We'll make it through some cold weather on the other side. But take care. Have a great day. And see you, TikTok pals. Okay, and now we are going to move things over to Facebook and YouTube. We have to say goodbye. We have to say goodbye to our friends on Facebook and YouTube and X. Have a great day, guys. We'll catch you later. We're moving the party over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. Be careful on those roads. And for those in the Rolling River, Park West, and Mountain View school divisions, enjoy your day off school today if you're one of those kids that is normally on the bus. Okay? Catch you later.